It has been the talk of the week. New pictures just released of areas of space we've never seen before. This morning, we're talking with Charles Beichman with NASA. He is the executive director of the Exoplanet Science Center. Good morning. Is this a morning that you're just beaming, so to speak?
Absolutely. This has been just a spectacular week. We saw the first images in a preview on Sunday, and then Monday with the president, then the big release yesterday, and they're still just jaw-dropping.
No doubt about it. Let's talk a little bit about the James Webb Space Telescope and what makes it so important.
Well, Webb takes images in what we call infrared light, infrared radiation. That's the heat you feel when you warm your hands on a campfire or a warm stove on a cold night. And we use Webb's instruments to capture that radiation, and then we transpose those colors into the reds, greens, and blues that we can see with our own eyes. And Webb complements the images we get in visible light from Hubble and reveals new objects and new physical phenomena.
Now that it's settled into orbit, it's fully functional, you're getting these pictures back, and you mentioned how we're able to see them. This is so very different than maybe the image that we saw with the Hubble telescope. The two differences are just phenomenal. I think we even have kind of the Webb is on the left and the Hubble's on the right. I mean, it's remarkably different.
Yeah, I mean, the larger telescope that Webb has, 6.5 meters compared to 2.5 meters, 2.4 meters for Hubble, gives the telescope a greater acuity. You can just see more detail. The fact that we're in the infrared, we see galaxies have been redshifted, as we say, by the expansion of the universe. So the Webb can see them and Hubble couldn't. If you look closely at the Hubble image, sort of left just above center, there's a little red dot in the Webb image that's invisible in the Hubble image, and that's likely a galaxy formed just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang, invisible in the Hubble image, but bright in Webb image.
I want to go through some of these pictures that have been released and let your expert opinion kind of guide us to see what we're seeing, because we look at it and go, oh, that's neat. This is Stephan's quintet. Tell us a little bit about what you see with your eye.
Well, there's 5 galaxies. One of them on the left is actually just a foreground object projected onto the other 4. But the 4 are really caught up in this cosmic dance of 4 galaxies just swirling around each other. 2 of them are actually merging, and that merger process excites the gas and triggers off large bursts of star formation. The topmost galaxy actually contains a black hole that the interactions between the galaxies is probably sending gas onto that black hole, feeding it and making it burn excessively bright. So we're really watching how galaxies interact with each other in this particular image.
On the Southern Nebula, another just spectacular image that we've been able to look at. Talk to us about it.
Well, this is just a small part of a star-forming region in Carina, and it's just the most aesthetically astounding of the images, I think, revealed to date. And at the top of the image, in fact, just off the image, are these incredibly hot, bright stars that are actually boiling off the material down at these cliffs, the front edge of this cloud of gas and dust. And those bright stars are pushing back the cliffs the same way that an ocean would erode material in a cliff. It's also triggering inside that cloud hundreds of little sites of star formation. All that's revealed in the infrared images seen by Webb.
It's just spectacular. What do you anticipate? I mean, how is this going to be beneficial as we move forward in this world?
Well, we'll just, reveal all sorts of new images and understanding from the earliest galaxies, where we see the formation of the elements necessary for life for the first time, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, in the very early universe, all the way to objects closer to home, exoplanets like our own Jupiter or even our Earth, and orbiting other stars, and learning perhaps if we have atmospheres on habitable planets like our own. And then even in our own solar system, we'll be studying comets and the moons of our own Jupiter and Saturn. So Webb just opens up really a new, incredibly powerful window on the universe.
Charles, I have to wrap, but I know a lot of our viewers may want more information. How can they follow this incredible journey and the observatory?
Go to Google. And then also there's a dedicated website, jwst.nasa.gov, or Twitter handle @NASAWeb. And that'll have all the images, podcasts, informative notes on Webb discoveries in the weeks, months, and years to come.
So appreciate your time this morning, and your insights just been remarkable. We appreciate it very much.
You bet. Thanks a lot.